Hello, I hope you're all well, and I'd like to welcome you all to Warren's Team Talk. I hope that you've had a great day and that you're still having a great day, depending on what time you're watching this. Anyway, thanks so much for coming to visit me and look at my channel. I would like to give you all a big warm welcome and hope that you enjoy your visit and that you enjoy what I've got on offer for you. Now today I'm back with a new video for you, which is hopefully going to be exciting and interesting, and hopefully you're going to find it not too boring. Anyway, it's episode 34 of England's most successful football club, and today I'm looking at a team from North London called Tottenham Hotspur. So I hope you enjoy that. Now you will notice that today that there's going to be a small change to the way that I present the information in the video. The reason for this is because if I don't change the format, then I'm really worried that the length of the videos is going to get out of hand. So I decided to change it a wee bit. Hopefully I'll make it a bit shorter and a bit more punchy, but I hope it won't take anything away from it, and I hope you still enjoy it. Anyway, so, well, it looks like the Warren's Team Talk coach is ready and it's raring to go to take us all the way up to North London so we can go and see the people from Tottenham. So let's get on board and get on the road. Now, just before we do that, I just want to remind you that if you haven't done it already, please subscribe to my channel. Please put a like on the video, and please make sure that if you've got anyone who you think might be interested in watching the video, please can you make sure that you pass it on to them so that they don't miss out as well. Anyway, so let's get on the road anyway, but I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's a good show. But I'll talk to you again when we get up to Tottenham. Right, okay, so here we are, everyone. We've just arrived up in North London at Tottenham. We've just pulled up outside White Hart Lane Stadium, and we're going to go and find out all about Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham finished 7th in the Warren's Team Talk table, and they managed to get 7,871 points. And Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, commonly just referred to as Tottenham or Spurs, were formed in 1882, and the Hotspur Football Club from September 82 was formed from a cricket club by the name of Hotspur Cricket Club. They set up their headquarters at a building called the Red House, based in the High Road, and apparently the club still uses this building as their headquarters today. The club included Hotspur in its name as a tribute to a nobleman named by the name of Sir Henry Percy, nicknamed the Hotspur because of his reputation when leading troops into battle in the Middle Ages. Apparently, so the story goes, Sir Percy was a 14th century ancestor of the Northumberland family, and the land where the cricket club, which they were formed out of, belonged to the Northumberland family. Now, the club's emblem is a cockerel standing on the football with a Latin motto on it, which I've been informed says "Adore esse facere," which means to dare is to do. Now, apparently, the reason why the club has a cockerel in the crest is because fighting cockerels apparently allegedly wear spurs. Now, whether they do or not, I really don't know. But fairly on in their life, Spurs played their matches on Tottenham Marshes, which was public land, and they had no control, over. And then when they started to receive letters for an older and different Hotspur FC, they decided to add the prefix Tottenham to their name in a bid to stop this confusion between the clubs. Anyway, in May 1899, they moved back to a site behind the pub behind a pub on Tottenham High Road called the White Hart, which was initially known as the High Road Ground, and until it slowly became known as White Hart Lane. And then in April 2019, they moved to a new stadium known as the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which replaced their former home of White Hart Lane, which had been demolished to make way for the new stadium on the same site. Now, Tottenham started life as a Southern League club and did not join the Football League until the start of the 1908-1909 season. And their first success came when, as a non-league club playing in the Southern League, Tottenham reached the FA Cup final in the 1900-1901 season. And when en route to the final, they defeated the following sides. Right, okay, hold on a second. Yeah, so they defeated the following sides. They defeated Preston North End away by 4-2 in the first round after a replay. They defeated Bury in the second round by 2-1 in the third round. And then in the third round, they defeated Reading 3-0 after a replay. And then in the semi-final, they played West Bromwich Albion at Villa Park in Birmingham and won by 4-0. Now, in the final, which was played at the Crystal Palace Stadium, which was played at the Crystal Palace Stadium in London, Tottenham and Sheffield United played out a 2-2 draw in front of a crowd of over 110,000 people, with the goals coming from Fred Priest and Walter Bennett for Sheffield United, and Alexander Brown scoring both the goals for Tottenham. Now, as the game ended in a draw, the match went to a replay, and in this replay, Spurs won by 3-1, and they became the only non-league side to win the FA Cup since the creation of the Football League, when they, as I said, beat Sheffield United 3-1. And the attendance for that game was just over 20,000. And the game was played at Bolton's Burnden Park ground. The goal scorers in the replay were John Cameron, Tom Smith and Alexander Brown for Spurs, and Alfred Priest got the solitary goal for Sheffield United. Now, throughout their history, Tottenham Hotspur, whilst being a Football League club, only played in the top 2 tiers of English football. And whilst playing as a second division team, Spurs have achieved 2 third-place finishes and 2 second-place finishes. Now, as we can see, in the 1930-31 season, they finished 10 points behind. In the 1930-31 season, they finished third and finished 10 points behind the second division champions that season, Everton. And in the 1977-78 season, they finished 2 points behind that season second division champions, Bolton Wanderers. And then for their second place finishes in the second division, tier 2, in the 1908-1909 season, they finished 1 point behind the second division champions, Bolton Wanderers. And in the 1932-33 season, again, they finished 1 point behind Stoke City. So let's move on. 2 seconds, just bear with me a minute. Right, so then in the 1930-31 season, Spurs finished 3 points behind West Bromwich Albion as well, who claimed the final promotion spot that season. And then in the 1977-78 season, their 3rd place finish was enough to see the club promoted up to the First Division Tier 1 after they finished equal on points with 4th place Brighton and Hove Albion. But Spurs won promotion by virtue of the fact that they had a superior goal difference to Brighton that season. In the 1908-1909 season, Spurs and 3rd place West Bromwich Albion finished the season equal on 51 points, and they were separated by using goal leverage, with Spurs having a superior goal leverage of 0.02 of a goal. And then in the 1932-33 season, Spurs' 2nd place finish saw them promoted for the First Division Tier 1 as they finished 5 points clear of 3rd place Fulham. Now, Tottenham won the Second Division Tier 2 title on 2 separate occasions. In 1919-20, by finishing 6 points clear of 2nd place Huddersfield Town and scoring 102 league goals during the season. And then also in 1949-50 season, when they finished 9 points clear of Sheffield Wednesday, of 2nd place Sheffield Wednesday. And now for the next bit, we're going to talk about now the First Division Tier 1, and that, as you can see there, they finished 4th in the First Division Tier 1 in 1963-64 season, when they finished 6 points behind league champions Liverpool. 1981-82, when they finished again 16 points behind league champions Liverpool. And again in the 1982-83 season, when they finished 13 points behind the league champions Liverpool. Now, moving on, then if we look now, we'll look at the 4th place finishes for the FA Premier League. In the 2009-2010 season, they finished 14 points behind the league champions Chelsea and 20 points behind Manchester United in the 2011-12 season, and 27 points behind Manchester City in the 2018-19 season. Now, as we can see, let's have a look at the 3rd place finishes for the 3rd place for the First Division Tier 1. Now, if we look at this, we can see that they finished 3rd in the First Division Tier 1 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times by the looks of it. In the first season in 1932, they did it. It was 1933-34 when they finished 10 points behind the league champions that season, Arsenal. And the 1957-58 season when they finished 13 points behind the league champions Wolverhampton Wanderers. 1959-60 season when they finished 2 points behind Burnley. The 1961-62 season when they finished 4th behind 4 points behind Ipswich Town. And then in the 1966-67 season, again, they finished 4 points behind the league champions Manchester United. And then in the 1970-71 season, they finished 13 points behind the league and cup double winners Arsenal. Then 1984-85, they finished 13 points behind the league champions that year, Everton. And then the 1986-87 season, they finished 15 points again behind Everton, who were league champions. And again in the 1989-90 season, when they finished 16 points behind league champions Liverpool. Now, third place finishes for the FA Premier League. They've done this twice, and they finished third to Leicester City, who were league champions in the 2015-16 season, and they finished 11 points behind Leicester that year. And then in the 2017-18 season, they finished 23 points behind the league champions Manchester City and finished third in the FA Premier League. Now, in the first division, they've managed to get 4 second place finishes, which were in the 1921-22 season, when they finished 6 points behind league champions Liverpool, 1951-52 season, when they finished 4 points behind Manchester United, and 1956-57 season, when they finished 8 points behind Manchester United, and then they finished 8 points behind Manchester United in the 1956-57 season, and then in the 1962-63 season, they finished 6 points behind league champions Everton. Now, 2 seconds, please. Just give me 2 seconds. Now, then in the 2016-17 season, they finished second in the FA Premier League to Chelsea, when they finished 7 points behind the league title winners Chelsea that season. Now, Tottenham have won 2 First Division League titles. The first of these 2 league titles came in the 1950-51 season, when they finished clear of second place Manchester United by 4 points. And this title success in the 1950-51 season came the year after Spurs had won the second division Tier 2 title, meaning that they won the second and first division titles in successive seasons, which is quite an achievement. Not many sides have actually managed to do that. I know that Notts Forest did it back in the late 70s, but I'm not sure who else has done it. So if anyone knows, please put it in the comments section below. That'd be quite an interesting thing to know. Now, Tottenham's second First Division Tier 1 title success came when they won the First Division Tier 1 title in the 1960-61 season, when they finished the season 8 points clear of second place Sheffield Wednesday. This title winning season started for Spurs by them winning their first 11 games. Then they had a draw, and then in the 12th game, and then they had another 4 wins. And now at the time, this was the best start to a season by a club playing in the top flight of English football. And to date, this has been the last title success enjoyed by Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Tottenham have won the FA Cup 8 times in their history, and these these FA Cup successes are as follows. In 1900-1901, when they beat Sheffield United 3-1 after a replay, as we heard about earlier. In the 1920-21 season, when they defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. The 1960-61 season, when they beat Leicester City 2-0 at Wembley. The 1960-61 season, when they defeated Burnley 3-1 at Wembley. The 1966-67 season, when they defeated Chelsea by 2-1 to win the FA Cup. 1980-81 season, when they defeated Manchester City 3-2 after a replay to win the FA Cup. The 1981-82 season, again after a replay, which they won 1-0 against Queen's Park Rangers. And then finally, the last time that they won the FA Cup was in the 1990-91 season, when they beat Nottingham Forest 2-1 again at Wembley. Now, just two things to point out. That is, in the 1901 FA Cup, Tottenham were the only non-league side ever to win the FA Cup, well, since the Football League has been in existence, when they beat Sheffield United, and then them beating Leicester City 2-0 to win the FA Cup in 1961 gave them the honour of winning the first League and Cup double of the 20th century. Now, Tottenham have been runners-up in the FA Cup in the 1986-87 season, when they defeated Coventry City by 3-2. And then Tottenham have had 4 Football League Cup victories when they've beaten, and to do that, they've beaten Aston Villa by 2-0 in 1971, Norwich City by 1-0 in 1973, Leicester City by 1-0 in 1999, Chelsea by 2-1 after extra time, that was in 2008. And then they've been runners-up again on 4 occasions. So in 1982, they lost 3-1 to Liverpool. In 2002, they lost 2-1 to Blackburn Rovers. In 2009, they lost 4-1 on penalties to Manchester United after the game ended in a 0-0 draw. And then in 2015, they lost 2-0 to Chelsea. Now, Tottenham have won the FA Charity Shield on 4 occasions. In 1921, when they defeated Burnley by 2-0. In 1951, when they beat Newcastle United 2-1. And then in 1961, then when they defeated an FA Select 11 3-2. And then in 1962, when they defeated Ipswich Town by 5-1 at Portman Road in Ipswich. Now, all of those Charity Shield matches took place at Tottenham's White Hart Lane ground, except for the one when they defeated Ipswich 5-1, when that took place at Portman Road. Now, Tottenham have been the runners-up in the FA Charity Shield on 2 occasions. In 1920, when they lost 2-0 to West Bromwich Albion, again at White Hart Lane in Tottenham. And then in 1982, when they lost 1-0 to Liverpool. And they have shared the trophy on 3 occasions. In 1967, they drew 3-3 with Manchester United at Manchester United's Old Trafford ground. In 1981, when they drew 2-2 with Aston Villa at Wembley. And then finally in 1991, when they drew 0-0 with their deadly rivals Arsenal, again at Wembley Stadium. Now, Tottenham's successes in Europe, let's look at that. Let's see what's happened there. Now, in the 1962-63 season, they defeated Atletico Madrid in the European Cup Winners' Cup final by 5-1 to win the European Cup Winners' Cup. And again, like I say, that was in the Feyenoord Stadium in Rotterdam. They've won the UEFA Cup twice when they defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-2 on aggregate in 1972. And then in 1984, they defeated Anderlecht of Belgium 4-3 on penalties after the tie ended in a 2-2 draw on aggregate. And then in the 2018-19 season, they reached the Champions League final, but unfortunately for them, they lost 2-0 to Liverpool, which a game which was played at the Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid. Now, their other notable achievements, Tottenham, like I said, are the only non-league club since the formation of the Football League in 1888 to win the FA Cup. Tottenham Hotspur became the first club in the 20th century to win the league and FA Cup double in the 1961 season. In 1963, they became the first British club to win a UEFA club competition, which was the European Cup Winners' Cup. And then in 1972, Tottenham Hotspur were the winners of the first ever UEFA Cup. And also it meant that they became the first British club to win 2 different major European trophies. Now, Tottenham Hotspur have also collected at least 1 major trophy every decade from the 1950s to the 2000s. Now, this is an achievement that has only been matched by Manchester United. Now, their best league performances have come in the 1990-20 season, when they, in a 42-game season, whilst in the second division, they managed to get 70 points, and they won 32 games, drew 6 and lost 4, and scored 102 goals and only conceded 32. And then in 1960-61 season, whilst in the first division, they played 42 games, won 31, drew 4, lost 7, scored 115 goals and conceded 55 and managed to get 66 points. Now, I managed to find an all-time Tottenham 11 on the Bleacher Report website. Now, it was compiled by a guy by the name of Ryan Day, and his team was Pat Jennings in goal, a centre-back pairing of Mike England and Maurice Norman. Gary Mabbott and Sol Campbell were fullbacks. Then in midfield, you had Alan Mallory, Dave Mackay and Danny Blanchard. And then up front, you had Martin Chivers, Jimmy Greaves and Alan Gilsing. So, yeah, so what do you think about that team? Have you got an all-time 11 that you'd like to tell me about? If so, please put it in the comments section of the video. I'd love to find out what your all-time Spurs 11s are. And also, if you've got any stories about Tottenham or any comments you want to make about anything you've seen in this video or anything like that, please put it in the comments section. I'd love to hear all about what you thought and what you feel about this club. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Well, sadly, everyone, that's it for today. That's the end of today's show and the end of the episode. So I hope you enjoyed it and you found it interesting. As I said in the video, please make sure that if you've got any greatest ever Tottenham 11s, to put them in the comment section of the video for me. And if you've got any interesting stories or any comments you want to make about Tottenham, please put them in the comment section as well. That'd be absolutely amazing. But anyway, but please, before you go, if you haven't done it already, then please subscribe to the channel. Click on the little bell by the next bit. That'll make sure that you get notified any time that I upload a new video. Please put a like on the video, and please make sure that you pass it on to anyone else you know who might be interested in seeing it. That'd be absolutely amazing, and it'll really help out me and help me to build up my channel. Anyway, that's it for now, like I said, but I'll be back again on Saturday with the next episode for you. So we're getting near the end now, so hold on to your hats because there might be a few surprises in store for you. Anyway, take care, but more importantly than any of that, please look after yourselves and make sure you share some love, kindness and joy around. Please keep talking. Please keep supporting each other. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye.